Hi guys, welcome back to me and the Live Squad. Don't mind my hair. We decided to give it a break of straightening it, because if you might know, like on the other videos, I have it like straightened and all that stuff. But right now, I have it my natural hair curly. But as I said on the other one, I last read the Bible. I said I'm going to read it more on YouTube, on TikTok. And on TikTok, I'm just going to be posting like God stuff, like spread the gospel. But here, I'm actually going to be reading the Bible, so I can kind of spread like gospel here, gospel there, you know, a little bit of mixture. So if you read by the title, we are going to be reading my Bible today. And I've read some of it. So the last time, like, we left off, I think, like Joshua 8 or 9. But now I'm on Joshua 10. Okay, yeah. So I'm right here. Okay. Yeah, so sorry. I had to take a moment because I was like, I thought I left here. But normally I put like I kind of draw so I can like see like where I left on. So I'm going to be reading the rest of it, and then I'm going to be reading, yeah, let me show you. Okay, so I left off right here, so I'm reading this piece, and then I'm gonna read this page, and then I'll save this for tomorrow or whenever I can. Wow. Okay. So let's start reading. I'm gonna sit down. Okay. So Joshua brought the whole area under his control. That included the central hill country and the Negev desert. It included the western hills and the mountain slopes. It also included all the kings in that whole area. Joshua didn't leave anyone alive. He totally destroyed everyone who breathed. He did just as the Lord, the God of Israel, had commanded. Joshua brought everyone from Kadesh Barnea to Gaza under his control. He did the same thing to everyone from the whole area of Goshen to Gibeon. He won the battle over all those kings and their lands. He did it in one page. That's because the Lord, the God of Israel, fought for Israel. So right now, we're like talking about Israel. That one. Then Joshua returned here. I can show you guys. Then Joshua returned to the camp at Gilgal. Israel's whole army went with him. Jabin was the king of Hazor. He heard about the battles Israel had won, so he sent a message to Jobab. I think that's Jobab was the king of Madon. Jabin sent the same message to the kings of Shimron and Akshap. He also sent it to many other kings. Some ruled in the mountains. Some ruled in the mountains in the north. Some ruled in the Arabah Valley south of Canaan. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh no, Kinreth. Others ruled in the western hills. Still others ruled in Naphtali in the west. Jabin sent the message to the people of East Canaan and West Canaan. He sent it to the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, and Jebusites. They lived in the central hill country. He also sent it to the Hittites who lived below Mount Hermon in the area of Mizpah. Those kings marched out with all their troops. They had a large number of horses and chariots. It was a huge army. The fighting men were as many as the grains of sand on the seashore. All those kings gathered their armies together to fight against Israel. They set up camp together at the waters of Merom. The Lord said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid of them. By this time tomorrow, I will hand all of them over to Israel. All of them will be killed. You must cut the legs of their horses. You must burn their chariots." So Joshua and his whole army attacked them suddenly. They fought against them at the waters of Merom. The Lord handed them over to Israel. The Israelites won the battle over them. They hunted them down all the way to Greater Sidon. They chased them to Mizraim. They chased them to the valley of Mizpah in the east. Not one of them was left alive. Joshua did to them what the Lord had ordered him to do. He cut the legs of their horses. He burned up their chariots. At that time, Joshua turned back. He captured Hazor. He killed its king with his sword. Hazor was the most important city in all of those kingdoms. The army of Israel killed everyone in Hazor with their swords. Its people had been set apart to the Lord to be destroyed. Israel's army didn't spare anyone who breathed. Then Joshua burned down the city. Sorry. You scared me. What are you doing? You want to read with me?
I just saw like a spider It was small though.
Where did you kill it?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot where I was at. Then Joshua burned down the city. Joshua captured all those royal cities and their kings. He and his men killed everyone in those cities with their swords. He totally destroyed them.
They should be dead though.
Okay. He did just as Moses, the servant of the Lord, had commanded. Many cities were built on top of earlier cities that had been destroyed. Israel didn't burn any of those except Hazor. Joshua burned it down. The army of Israel kept for themselves the livestock and everything else they took from those cities. But they killed all the people with their swords. They completely destroyed them. They didn't spare anyone who breathed. The Lord had commanded his servant Moses to do all these things. Moses has passed that command on to Joshua, and Joshua carried it out. He did everything the Lord had commanded Moses. So Joshua captured the whole land. He took over the central hill country, and the whole Negev desert. He took over the whole area of, I think, Goshen. He took over the western hills. He took over the Araba Valley. He took over the mountains of Israel and the hills around them. He took over the area that begins at Mount Halak, which rises toward Seir. The area ends at Baal-Gad in the Baal-Gad and the valley of Lebanon below Mount Hermon. Joshua captured the kings who ruled over the whole land. He put them to death. He fought battles against all those kings for a long time. Only the Hivites who lived in Jebon made a peace treaty with the Israelites. I forgot. I forgot. I remember when I was reading something, it was like talking about the treaty thingies. Yeah, the peace treaty. And Jebon made a peace treaty with the Israelites. No other city made a treaty with them. So Israel captured all those cities in a battle. The Lord himself made their people stubborn. Stubborn. He made them go to war against Israel so he could totally destroy them. He wanted to wipe them out. He didn't show them any mercy. The Lord had commanded Moses to destroy the Canaanites. At that time, Joshua went and destroyed the Anakites. They lived all through the hill country of Judah and Israel. They lived in Hebron, Debir, and Anab. Joshua totally destroyed the Anakites and their towns. There weren't any Anakites left alive in Israel's territory.